Capricorn, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Capricorns, please. Okay, your energy, the Eight of Wands. Your person, the King of Swords. So some of you, you're dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And they're viewing you as the Knave of Pentacles in reverse. What you're not seeing is the Knave of Cups in reverse. What you're not seeing is the Knave of Pentacles. And the final outcome here, or your advice, is the Seven of Wands. Okay. So it looks like your person might struggle with a little bit of trust issues here, or they may feel like you're just not that into them. We see the Queen of Swords, so we see the King and the Queen of Swords. So I do think you two are a very strong intellectual match. This can also indicate that you two are exes. You're not talking to each other at the moment, or you're in separation. But with the Eight of Wands, I do feel like you do want communication. You do want to see where this goes. You may even be actively trying to manifest this. But what's interesting about this Queen of Swords energy is you know what you want, and it looks like you're open to accepting resumes here, right? Or CVs. So some of you, you're trying to manifest love, and you're open to a few different options. We see the Ten of Swords in reverse, so you've been focused on healing, removing negative attachments. Again, my Capricorns, you have clarity, you're in alignment, you know what you want. You're viewing this person as the Seven of Wands. So you may feel like this is somebody who's the best of the best, somebody who's worth fighting for. You see that they get a lot of attention, that this person is successful. And the connection you're seeing as the Seven of Swords in reverse. So you feel like you see this connection very clearly, and you see it as someone or something that you want to move towards. Or if there's something that's happened here, a fight or an argument, you're ready to move beyond it. All right. So with the King of Swords here, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, I feel like you do have somebody who's quite in their power, somebody who's honest, somebody who's authentic. Somebody who's very well put together. It also feels like they're quite successful. Five of Cups energy in reverse. Yeah, this person also wants to heal things with you, or they're in a state of healing. Queen of Cups energy in reverse. Behind the scenes, this person may be quite emotional, although I do feel that this person may come off as not emotionally available. They may come off as a bit serious, a little bit stoic, but I do think behind the scenes here, they actually are quite emotional. And we see the Ten of Wands, but this person also is quite overburdened here. Ten of Wands energy indicates, they may have a lot of responsibilities. They need to get something off of their chest. Or they're just burdened by what's happened here, or maybe what's not happening here between the two of you. So there's something here that they're not fully trusting with the Page of Cups showing up in reverse, or they're not sure that you are, that you're emotionally available. Again, you two might be mirroring each other. You both might be very serious, and they're not sure that you're willing to accept an apology, offer an apology, or you're open to this becoming something more intimate. All right, the Lovers card, Gemini energy. They may know that you have choices in love. They may know that you're, taking auditions, taking CVs or resumes here. But more so, I just feel they do really feel, Capricorn, that you two have a really strong, solid soulmate connection. Hierophant energy. This person wants a relationship with you, though, or they see that you would be someone they could easily be in a long-term commitment with. They see you as grounded, stable, and secure. Okay, but they either know that you've been disappointed, or you're feeling left out in the cold. But I love this Five of Pentacles because there are two people showing up here, and when two people show up in the Five of Pentacles, it tells me that they're seeing you as like, this is my death do us part card. This is through thick or thin. whether we have a lot or we have a little, we're together, we're in this together. So they may see you as somebody very ride or die, or this is someone that it just doesn't matter. They want you. They want this connection, no matter what else might be going on. So we see the Knave of Pentacles showing up in the hidden position. So I do think this person has been taking their time, looking at all the details, wanting to communicate. Judgment card. They're making some sort of big decision here. They've been on the fence. Okay, they've been on the fence here, but they're making a decision. They also know it could go one of two ways with you, Capricorn. It's kind of up in the air. It could be that this is completely over, or they don't stand a chance. All right. And we see the Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this person is, they're thinking about, they want to take action, they want to communicate, but they're taking their time, because I do get there's an energy of pessimism here, right? They're worried. Now, they might be worried that you have a choice between them and an ex, or maybe they have choices here. But with the Seven of Wands, I feel like it's important to protect your energy. But I'm also getting that this may be something that's worth fighting for. The King of Pentacles, that's your energy. The Six of Wands in reverse. And we see the Page of Swords. You're getting communication, but it may not exactly be the communication that you're waiting for. Yeah, and there's unfinished business here for sure, or something here needs to be closed out first. But I do think you're going to be getting communication here, Capricorn, but it might not be exactly what you want. So I do feel like you're protecting yourself. I do think this is somebody that wants to fight for this connection. Behind the scenes, they're low-key, they're kind of pessimistic, they're a little bit worried about whether or not there's going to be victory and success. And there could be a little bit of confrontation here, or something that needs to be talked about that, isn't particularly easy. What else do we need to know about this person, please? Okay, they've got an ace up their sleeve, so they still have some tricks left here. I'm not really getting that they're tricky and manipulative. More so, I just think like they still have this ace up their sleeve. They still have another idea of how this could work, or how they could come towards you. We see eye candy, so this person might be very good looking. They may see you this way. Together again, they want this reconciliation. We see in your face, third party energy. Okay, so there could be, they could have a third party around them. Of course, this could be them seeing you with somebody else, or thinking or being sure. They may have seen or heard something that made them think you're with somebody else, if you are or not. And wasting time. This person feels like they've been wasting time, Capricorn. I feel that they have been kind of holding back. They've been healing. They've been much more emotional, maybe even feeling a little bit jealous behind the scenes. But I don't think that they're going to continue to waste time. I do feel like with that Page of Swords, they're coming in with communication. All right, let's see. This person is showing up as in love with you. Spiritual, non-committal, past hurt, and we get liar. Okay, so they are coming through as financially stable. What I'm seeing here is this non-committal energy may be this, like, why they're procrastinating a little bit, because they are really worried that they're not going to have victory and success here with you. So that Page of Pentacles is like looking at, okay, when can I pull out this ace up my sleeve? Will it actually work? Because I do think they're kind of pessimistic about it. And that's the non-committal energy I'm getting. But we also see past hurt and liar. And I kind of feel like I'm not really reading this person as a liar, because the King of Swords in the upright is telling me that they're, that they're honest, they're integrous. But I do think this person has been hurt by lies and deceit in the past. And they may be projecting that onto you, Capricorn, because there's something here they're not trusting. And it was like a very early message here, Capricorn, that was telling me that this person may struggle with some, some trust issues if they've been betrayed or lied to in other relationships. So right now, this person, it might be a little bit avoidant. They might have strong boundaries. They still could be angry or upset about something. But they're also looking at the happiness, joy, playfulness that you two once had, or that you could have again. Yeah, but they're listening to their ego. They fear intimacy. They might worry that you don't want intimacy here. They may have done a runner, but this person does like you, and they do want something to happen here. All right. So for my Capricorns, your advice and guidance, please. Advice and guidance for my Capricorns, please. Healthy choices. So Spirit's asking you to make healthy choices in life and in love. Someone's missing you. They're nostalgic. They're looking at your photos. They're checking you out. That Page of Swords. Soon you'll be welcoming love, meeting the one. Spirit saying open your heart. Getting together could be perfect here. And this is going to shock and surprise you. So again, I mean, it could be this person, but it does look like, my Capricorns, you have choices in love. So, you know, there's something that's going to shock you. Meeting the one, it's going to be shocking. It's going to surprise you. It's going to indicate a transformation here for you in your love life. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know about this connection, please? What else do we need to know about this connection? Someone's undergoing a spiritual transformation. That could be you or them. Try something you've never done before. There's definitely passion here, but you know, Spirit's telling you here rather, that it may be time to do things differently. Abundance, you've done the work. Abundance flows to you now, so good things are coming. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. Now remember, forgiveness is how we heal and release karma. Okay. Rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. So whatever's happened here, it's for your protection. Now it may be bringing you together to make this stronger. Yep, because distance is helping to bring clarity. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson here, Capricorn. But it feels like whatever's happened, like this distance is giving you clarity, and it's helping you awaken to what you really offer, what you really want, whether or not this is something that you want to heal or not. Okay? So let's go ahead and see, what is this person's very next actions? What is this person's very next actions towards my Capricorns, please? Queen of Cups in reverse, okay. 5 of Wands. King of Pentacles in reverse, and we see this person's not quite ready to come in just yet. I think behind the scenes they're feeling emotionally drained or very emotional, and it's creating a lot of conflict for them. They're conflicted about how to come towards you. They may feel like they don't have enough, or they, you know, even though they have that ace up their sleeve, they're not sure how to like ground this into reality. And we see the 8 of Wands in reverse. So they're protecting their energy still. They're not quite ready or don't quite see the way forward just yet, Capricorn. All right. Advice and guidance for my Capricorns, please. Advice and guidance for my Capricorns, please. You're not asking for clarity. You're asking for consistency. Okay? So it's like you may not need this person to, you know, give you more clarity, to talk to you. It's like you need them to show you through actions what it is they're really truly offering. Spirit saying you're carrying more than your fair share, so there may have been or be an imbalance here. You can trust your body. Your body clock is accurate. So again, how does this make you feel? Where does this land in your body, Capricorn? And you can close this thought loop. So you're not meant to be sitting here, you know, driving yourself crazy, going over all the details, okay? So it's like this is something that, you know, you don't need, I mean, it's easier said than done to say, oh, you don't need to be thinking about this anymore. But it looks like this person needs to get something off their chest. They're the ones that need to communicate. And Spirit's asking you, Capricorn, to step back into neutral here. All right, Capricorns, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.